Okay guys, welcome. You requested it, and after a few technical issues, I finally managed to put a video together for you. So we've got about a 55-minute practice for you. Tapping into the breath and rooting into the hands, the feet, trying to ground ourselves in all the chaos that's going on right now outside in our world. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for taking a moment to take care of yourself, because if you take care of yourself, you'll be able to take care of everybody else. So let's get going. Okay, let's begin. Take a minute to settle yourself in. Grab yourself a towel if you want, or a pillow or a blanket to sit up on. Make yourself comfortable. So coming to rest, hands on top of the legs. Palms face down if you feel like you need a little connecting with yourself. Palms face up if you want to take in some of the outside energy. I know I'm sending you positive vibes from my basement here in Calgary. Sunny is too. Lay down. And if you're like me, you probably want to have one palm up, one palm down. If you're feeling comfortable, close your eyes. And tap into your breath. Where are you at today? Yes, where are you at? Okay. Sunny's not impressed. So how are you feeling? Check in. Hard part's done. You pushed play. Now settle in. This time is for you. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, maybe the deepest breath you've taken all day. Exhaling through the mouth. And do that a couple more times. Notice how you're feeling. Notice if you're feeling restless, a little unbalanced, a little uncertain. Are you content? Are you comfortable? Where are you at? Check in. Take a couple more deep breaths, and as you're doing that, maybe take this moment to set a little intention for your practice today. I know when I started doing my yoga classes in the morning, my daily intention was just to find balance. Balance in my thoughts, balance in my words, balance in my daily life. What's that intention for you? Maybe it's to find balance as well. Maybe it's to allow yourself to let go of the stuff you can't control. Maybe it's to tap into your breath. Maybe it's just to have a few moments for yourself where you don't have to worry about anybody else. And once you have that intention, consider it done. Inhaling the shoulders up to the ears. Exhaling through the mouth, release the shoulders, letting go. Let's do that again. Inhaling the shoulders into the ears. Exhaling through the mouth and letting go. Last time, inhaling the shoulders up to the ears. And this time, sigh it out and drop the shoulders. Inhale, floating the hands up to the sky. Big good morning stretch. reaching those fingertips up. Any sort of organic movement feels good. Grabbing onto the right wrist with the left hand. Inhaling up, exhaling, reaching over to the left, looking up to the sky. Feeling that stretch through the right side body as you inhale in. Feeling it relax as you exhale. Inhaling back to center. Grabbing onto the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale up, exhaling down to the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, hands down. Taking a moment, bringing the left foot in, right foot in front of the left. Inhaling up, exhaling, folding forward. Now, if you're finding this a little challenging on the knees, grab yourself a pillow and tuck it underneath your knees. Growing long through the crown of the head, elongating through the spine, maybe walking the hands forward, exhaling into the stretch. Inhaling, walking the hands to your right. Exhaling, we stretch. Maybe finding a little movement in the neck. Inhaling, walk your hands to the left. Growing long in the spine. Exhaling, we stretch. Inhaling back to center, walking the hands up. Switch the feet, so bring the right foot in toward the pelvis, left foot out in front. Inhale, growing long. Exhaling, reaching forward. Elongating through the spine, exhaling into the stretch. We relax. This time, inhaling, walking hands to the left. Exhaling, relaxing into the stretch. Can you find the ease and the discomfort? Breathing into that right hip, maybe the right knee, wherever you're feeling a little extra sensation. Inhaling, walking the hands to the right. Exhaling, we stretch. Inhaling, walking hands to center. Rolling all the way back up. Take a minute looking at your palms. Stretching the hands out. Folding the hands down. Up and down. And we come to tabletop position. Take a minute here. Get comfortable, no need to rush. Shoulders over top of the hands. Make sure you spread those fingertips wide. Rooting through the palms of the hands. Knees are underneath the hips. Shoelace side of the foot. Pushing into the mat. Inhaling, dropping the chest. Cow pose. Exhaling, curling through the tailbone, rounding through the spine, tucking the head in cat pose. And moving through a couple cat-cows at your pace. If you find a catch somewhere, take a minute to work it out. Wherever you're at, one more time through. meeting in tabletop position. Good job. Now curling the right toes under, reaching that foot toward the back of the mat, leaning forward, leaning back, feeling the stretch in the right calf muscle. Finding center, tugging a little bit of weight in that right hip. Inhaling, we lift the right leg parallel to the mat. Flexing the right foot toward the back of the mat. Right toes pointing down toward the mat. Inhaling, left hand parallel to the mat. Plugging that left shoulder, that left arm into the left shoulder, thumb pointing up. And on your next exhale, bringing in left elbow to right knee. Inhaling, back to flat back. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhale, flat back. And 2 more at your pace. Awesome, guys. Good job. Coming back to tabletop. Take a minute, curl the toes under, walk the hands back toward the knees, sitting back on the toes, making sure you get all those toes tucked underneath. If this is a little too intense for you, your feet are talking to you, maybe leaning forward ever so slightly, taking a little bit of the weight off the heels. Reaching the hands forward, working through the wrists, rolling them one way, rolling them the other way, flipping them fingers to the sky, and then fingers to the mat. And here we go again, tabletop position. Spread those fingers wide, take the weight out of the wrists. Pushing down on the shoelace side of the right foot, curl the left toes under, reach the foot to the back of the mat, spike the heel to the back, and leaning front and back, stretching through the calf muscle. Now, check in with your abdominals. What are they doing? Are you just letting them hang? If so, make sure you engage them. Coming back to center, inhaling left foot up, leg parallel with the mat. Tag a little bit of weight into that left hip. And on your next inhale, reaching the right arm to the front of the mat, plugging the arm into the right shoulder socket, thumb pointing to the sky. And we flow, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, we extend. And 2 more at your own pace. Tap into the breath. Wonderful. And we'll meet back in tabletop position. Toes together, knees wide, reaching those sit bones back towards the heel, extended child's pose. Take a minute here to check in. See how you're feeling. What's your breath doing? Maybe take a minute to roll the forehead along the mat, massaging that third eye point. Take stock of any emotions that may have come up as we've gotten the juices flowing. Inhaling, looking up to the front of the mat. Coming back to your tabletop position, curling the toes under, and slowly we reach the hips up toward the sky into our first downward dog. Take your dog for a little walk. Making sure we're not dumping all of our weight into our wrists. Pushing the palms of the hands into the mat and forward as though you're trying to pull that front edge of the mat toward the front of the room. Lovely. Bend both knees, reaching the heart to the knees, and extend. No need for those heels to touch the mat. And on your inhale, crisscrossing the feet all the way to the front of the mat. And we'll meet in forward fold, feet hip width apart. Take a couple of moments here, walk the hands to the right side of the mat. Bending that left knee a little bit, feeling the stretch in the right leg. Walking the hands to the left, bending the right knee, feeling the stretch in the left leg. Clasping opposite hand to elbow. Just let your head hang here for a little bit. Releasing the hands and rolling up, slowly one vertebrae at a time. And we meet in Tadasana. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Hands gently resting at your sides. Palms face out, palms face in. Whatever works for you right now. Rolling those shoulders down and back the length of the spine. Growing long through the crown of the head, tucking the pelvis in. Into your tallest and most beautiful mountain pose. Inhaling, floating the fingertips up toward the sky, palms together, slicing through the midline, coming all the way down to forward fold. Inhaling, tracing a line with the hands all the way up the length of the legs, tucking your elbows into the side body, kind of like two little grasshopper legs. Growing long in the spine, tucking those ribs in. And exhale, we fold. Planting the palms, stepping the right foot back, left foot back. Rotating externally through the arms, tucking those elbows in, and we lower all the way to the ground. Bringing the palms to mid-chest, spreading through the fingertips, pushing into the shoelace side of the feet, pushing in through the pubic bone, inhaling up into Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Exhaling, release. And again, inhaling, and exhale. Check to see what your glutes are doing. Are they holding on for dear life? And if so, try to relax them. No tension in the arms. This is fully the back working. 2 more times. Tapping into the breath. Curling the toes under. Tucking those elbows into the side body. Inhaling up into plank. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a minute, walk your dog out. And then coming into center stillness. Inhaling, looking up to the front of the mat. Exhaling, we hop, step, float to the front of the mat. Inhaling, flat back. Hands on the shins, elongating through the spine. Exhaling, sinking down into your forward fold. Inhaling, rolling up, reaching the hands to the sky, hands to prayer, floating them down to heart center. And we breathe. Take a minute and check in with your toes. What are they doing? Are they grasping on for dear life? And if so, try to relax them, spreading the weight equally over all 4 corners of the soles of the feet. Inhaling, here we go again. Reaching fingertips up to sky. Floating the fingers all the way down into forward fold. Inhaling, flat back, your version. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, plant the palms. Exhaling, step, hop, or float into plank. Tucking those elbows in. This time we're going to lower into chaturanga, making sure that we stop as soon as the biceps are parallel with the mat, no further down. So we lower, and if you need to, make sure you put those knees on the ground and modify this. Lowering into chaturanga, biceps parallel with the mat, extending up to upward facing dog. Good job. Take a minute here. Lowering all the way back down to the mat. Tuck the toes under. Inhaling, plank position. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good job, guys. This time inhaling, rooting through the left foot, extending the right leg up into three-legged dog, flexing through the foot, turning those toes down toward the mat like we did when we were in our tabletop position. Inhaling, reaching through that left foot, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhaling, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow, looking slightly forward. Exhaling, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to left elbow. You got it, guys, good job. Inhaling, three-legged dog. Tuck those ribs in. Exhaling, knee to nose. And then all the way through we step. Have a look at your feet. Make sure they're not on a tightrope. Spiking that left heel toward the back of the mat. Right knee over top of the right ankle. Rooting through the ball joint of the foot. Pushing down and forward into the front of the mat. As soon as you got your balance all centered and squared away, inhaling, and we reach, growing tall, reaching your hands up to the sky so you can still see your arms in your periphery. Lifting up and out of your hips for a minute, off your legs. Finding that center of balance, bending the back leg just ever so slightly, and we sink down. Now if this is hard on your knees, guys, just grow a little bit taller. Lift up and out of the legs ever so slightly. Growing long through the head, lifting the chest to the sky. And if you're feeling adventurous, reaching up and back, crescent lunge. Lovely. Coming back to center, growing tall. Exhaling, reaching the arms back, opening up through the chest, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling, cactus arms. Feeling that stretch through the chest. Last time through, cactus arms. Inhaling up. Float the fingertips down on an exhale. Planting the left palm. Check to see where your left hip is. Don't let it drop. Keep that lower waist nice and level, almost like you want to rest a teacup or something on that lower waist. And with that in mind, turning through the chest, opening it up to the right side of the mat. Last step, reaching up with the right arm toward the ceiling. Lifting up through the left hip. And we breathe. Relaxing through the shoulders. And on an exhale, bringing the arm back down, planting the palms, stepping back into plank. And we flow, exhaling into chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale to lower. Curling the toes under. Inhaling, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rest here for a moment. Inhaling, planting through the right foot. Lifting the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Sorry, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. You got it, you got it, you got it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping that leg all the way through. And if it doesn't reach, help yourself out. Now lean forward, lean back a little bit. Find where your center of balance is. Make sure that left knee is over top of the left ankle. Spiking through the heel, the right heel toward the back of the mat. And on an inhale, we rise. Arms to the ceiling. Bending that back knee ever so slightly, allowing the pelvis to move forward. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. And we breathe, returning to the breath. And if you're feeling adventurous, looking up toward the ceiling, inhale, reaching back, heart to the sky. And then on an exhale, coming back toward center. Inhaling and exhale, cactus arms. Opening the heart to the sky, feeling that release through the chest. Opening yourself up to whatever may be. Last time. And on your exhale, floating the fingertips back down, planting the right palm. Checking where that right hip is, tagging a little weight into it. Opening up through the chest toward the left side of the mat. The last thing we do, reaching up toward the ceiling. Check in with that right hip. Have you let it drop, or are you lifting it up actively? You should be engaged in this position. You should be feeling it. And on an exhale, we release. Stepping the left foot back into plank. Lowering the knees. Resting the hips over top of the heels, toes together. And we come to rest in child's pose. Take a moment here to check in. Tap into your intention. How are you feeling after we've gotten moving for a little bit? And whisper to yourself, I am strong. Good job, guys. Inhaling, looking up, coming back up to tabletop position, curling those toes under, reaching hip to sky, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, looking up, step, hop, or float your way up to the front of the mat. We meet in flat back. We exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up to standing. Palms together at the heart. And we flow. Inhaling, palms to the sky. Raining the fingertips all the way down. Inhaling, flat back, your choice where the hands go. Exhaling, forward fold. Planting the palms, step, hop, or float your way into plank. Whisper to yourself, I've got this. I've got it. You can do this. You can do anything you put your mind to. Bringing those elbows together toward the chest. We exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, all the way back down, curl the toes under. Inhaling, plank. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Coming to center stillness. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. One more like that. Deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling, reaching in through the left foot, bringing that right foot up into three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. You got this. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, all the way through. This time, taking that left leg, placing the heel on the ground, pushing through the knife edge of the left foot, right knee over, right ankle. And we inhale, once we've got our balance, inhale, arms all the way up to the ceiling, Virabhadrasana A. Warrior One. On your exhale, reaching those elbows back and down, cactus arms, opening through the chest. Inhaling to come up, exhaling cactus arms. Inhale up, and one more time through. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale to come up. Straightening through that right leg, bringing the hands down to the waist, hinging at the hips, making sure your left hip is pointing toward the front of the mat. And we bend, flat back. Sliding the right hand down the length of the leg. Keeping your left hand over top of your hips to make sure that your hips are nice and level. Rotating that left shoulder toward the right side of the mat or toward the ceiling. Opening through the chest. Last step, reaching, hand up to sky and looking at your hand. Triangle variation. On an exhale, bringing that left hand down, planting it on the ground. Inhaling, right arm to sky. Revolve triangle. Pavrita Trikonasana. And on an exhale, bringing the hand back down to the mat. Planting the palms, stepping the right foot back into plank. Whisper to yourself, I am strong. Exhaling, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Relax those shoulders. Exhaling to the mat. Curling the toes under. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling, sigh it out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose. Deep cleansing breath, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling, rooting through the right foot, lifting the left leg up, three-legged dog, and we flow knee to nose on the exhale. Engaging that core, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, three-legged dog. On the exhale, left knee to right elbow, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, knee to nose, knee to nose. Stepping it all the way through. High lunge. Check your feet out, check your alignment. Dropping that right heel. Maybe stepping the leg a little forward. And we rise. Warrior One. Squaring the hips up. Lowering the shoulders. And on the exhale, cactus arms. Opening through the chest, opening yourself up. Inhaling, reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, lower those elbows toward the chest. Exhaling, or inhaling, up. Exhaling, cactus arms. Inhaling up. Coming back to center stillness. Exhaling, arms to hips, straighten through the left leg, sorry. And on the exhale, bending at the hips, flat back. Sliding those hands, the right hand down the length of the leg. Rolling through the right shoulder, opening up the chest, feeling with your right hand to make sure that your hips are in line with the mat. Last step, reaching that right hand up toward the ceiling, and we look at our hand. Tap into the breath. How do you deal with things when it starts to get a little bit challenging? Don't forget the breath. Exhaling, reaching the right hand down toward the mat, planting it on the mat. On an inhale, opening the chest toward the left side of your mat, reaching the hand all the way up to the sky. Revolve triangle. On the exhale, lowering the hand, planting it on the mat, coming back to high lunge, stepping the left foot back, and we flow. Chaturanga Dandasana 2, upward facing dog, releasing, tucking the toes under, exhaling up to plank, and we meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment here to find stillness. You got this. Exhaling, drop the knees. Tabletop position. Curl those toes under. Reaching hips to toes, walking the hands up the length of the legs, stretching through the legs. Inhaling, arms out. Exhaling, right hand over left. And reaching up. Eagle arms. You may breathe. Releasing the arms, inhaling out to the side this time. Bringing the left arm over top of the right. Clasping the hands. Tugging those elbows up. Feeling the stretch in the back. Good job. Exhale, release. Coming to sit on the mat. Legs out in front. Flexing through the feet. Sitting up nice and tall, growing long through the crown of the head, rolling the shoulders back. Arriving in staff pose. Inhaling, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhaling, bringing them down to the tops of the legs, sliding them down the length of the legs toward the feet, letting them rest wherever they naturally fall. Inhaling, growing long through the back, tucking the chin ever so slightly. Exhaling into forward fold. Inhaling, growing long in the spine. Exhaling into the stretch. Take a couple moments here. Check in, relax. Tap into how you're feeling. You got this. Inhaling, rolling through the spine, sliding that right foot all the way up the length of the left leg, bringing the sole of the right foot to rest along the inner left thigh. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhale, we fold. Letting our hands rest wherever they naturally fall, not forcing anything. This is time for you. Growing long through the spine, tucking the chin slightly, exhaling into the stretch. Head to knee pose. Be kind to yourself. Be where you're at today. Not where you were at yesterday. Be where you are right now. Inhaling, sitting up tall. Right hand grabbing the outside of the right knee, bringing that right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Inhaling, growing tall, bringing the left arm, hugging yourself, reaching the right hand toward the back of the mat, exhaling into the twist. Inhale, grow tall, exhale into the twist. Slowing our practice down. No forcing. And unwinding. Right foot out, bringing the left foot in, sole of the left foot to meet on the inner right thigh. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, head to knee. Again, guys, no forcing. Allowing ourselves to be where we're at today. Being honest with ourselves. Returning to your breath. Growing long through the crown of the head. And exhaling into the stretch. Imagine breathing in, sending that air to wherever you're feeling the greatest sensation. Inhaling, rolling up. Left hand to the outside of the left knee. Bringing the left knee up. Left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, grow tall. Give yourself a hug. Exhale. Journey into the twist. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhaling, we twist. Keeping those right feet bright, rolling that left shoulder down and back, away from the ears. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. No weight in the left fingertips. And unraveling. Bringing both soles of the feet to the mat, knees pointing up to the sky. Shimmy your hips toward the center of the mat. Leaning back. Tugging a little bit of weight in the backs of the hands. Keeping the spine straight. Rolling the shoulder blades down the length of the spine. And if this is where you're at today, stay where you are, be true to yourself. If we can lift our legs off the ground, fantastic. Be here. Don't forget to breathe. If we can reach our hands out, as long as we're being true to ourselves wherever we land, breathe. Boat pose. Rolling those shoulders back. Grabbing onto the backs of the legs. Resting the palms of the feet on the floor. Arms around the knees. Head tucks in. We rest. Breathe here for a couple minutes. Seconds, sorry. Good job. Inhaling, grow tall. One more time. Leaning back. You got this. Grow long in the spine. Your toes have to stay on the mat, all good. If not, bring those toes up, flexing through the feet, extending the hands out. And maybe this time, extending the arms behind the head and the legs grow long. Coming back. And again, let's try that again. And back. 2 more times. And if you fall, we'll catch you, don't worry. Let's do it one more time. Woo. Coming all the way back down. Arms on knees, bend forward. Good job, guys. Rolling the length of the spine back onto your mat, reaching the fingertips up overhead, stretching feet to the end of the mat. Nice big morning stretch. Awesome. Bringing those knees toward the chest. Give yourself a hug. Reaching the nose to the knees. And release. Soles of the feet on the mat. About arm's length away. Bringing those hands down to the mat by your sides, palms face down. If you want to grab onto the mat, feel free. We're going to root through the soles of the feet, pushing down and away toward the bottom of the mat. And as we do so, we're going to inhale and roll the pelvis all the way up to the sky, snuggling those shoulder blades underneath the back, bridge pose. Inhaling, lowering, coming back where we came from, 1 vertebrae at a time, coming to rest on the mat. Inhaling, we're going to do that again, pushing the feet toward the end of the mat, rolling 1 vertebrae at a time, pelvis up toward the ceiling, snuggling the shoulder blades in, pushing back gently on the back of the head. We exhale, lowering back to where we came from. 1 more time. Inhaling, rolling the pelvis up toward the sky, snuggle those shoulder blades in. Maybe this time we clasp the hands together and we breathe. Return to the breath, guys. Awesome. Keep reaching those hips to the ceiling. Knees are in line with the hips. Don't let them splay out. Imagine you got a block in between those knees. Gently releasing the hands and rolling the back onto the ground. Awesome. Bring those knees in. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it. If we can't love ourselves, who else is going to love us, guys? Awesome. Bringing those feet back onto the ground. Lifting the hips up just a little bit, inching them 4 to 6 inches to the right. Letting the knees drop to the left. Reaching the hands out to the side. Maybe the left hand comes over top of the right knee. Tagging a little weight down on the knee. Maybe we look the head toward the right hand. Breathing into the stretch. Always returning to the breath. In all the craziness of the world, this is the one thing you have control over. Return to the breath. Inhaling those knees back up. Lifting the hips a little bit off the mat, tagging them about 4 to 6 inches to the left, and dropping the knees to the right. Looking left. Maybe we take the right hand, tag a little weight on top of that left knee, and we relax. Checking in with the breath. Not forcing it, just noticing its regular ebb and flow. Checking in to see how you're doing. Good job, guys. On the inhale, bringing the knees back up to center, walking the feet down toward the end of the mat, letting them rest. Palms face up toward the sky, snuggle those shoulder blades underneath you. And we come to our final pose, Savasana. Taking a few quiet moments here to see how you're feeling. Letting the breath return to its natural rhythm. Maybe hearing the sounds in the room. Maybe the sounds outside. And if the mind wanders and you find yourself thinking about all the stuff that's still on your to-do list, acknowledge it and then gently set it aside. Acknowledge it and gently set it aside. And feeling the coolness of the breath coming in. Feeling your chest and your belly rise. Feeling the belly fall as the breath exits your body. And then noticing as the whole process repeats itself. You're here, you did it. You took time for yourself, and that's huge. You can do one thing during the day, just one thing for yourself. You'll find that slowly things will start to turn around. Take care of yourself first. Because if you take care of yourself, then you'll be able to take care of others. Coming back to that intention. Repeating it quietly to yourself. Gently starting to move some life back into your toes, back into your fingers. Maybe into the ankles and the wrists, into the legs, stretching the face, the arms, maybe reaching the arms up overhead, taking a deep, good morning stretch. And on your own time, rolling yourself onto one side, taking a moment here, and slowly we'll all come to meet where we began, cross-legged at the front of the mat. And as a community, taking one last deep breath in together, through the nose, breathing lots of love in, exhaling lots of love out. Bringing palms to chest. I'm proud of you for showing up for you today. Inhaling, thumbs to third eye. The highest in me bows to the highest in you. Namaste.